All right, guys, welcome back for the last part of chapter 25. We're going to wrap this up. This section is called The Rising Tide of Conservatism. All right, so basically we're going to be looking at kind of this conservative movement in the late 1970s, the new right, the religious right. We'll be looking at some of the leaders and then kind of heading into the election of 1980. So this new right kind of comes out of a time period where Roe v. Wade was decided. Basically, the Supreme Court case legalized abortion. And so it really stirs this movement for the right to life, basically opposing abortion and basically calling for this change. So there was a charismatic movement where there's a strong religious right. They used television as their major way to reach the masses. One evangelist was Pat Robertson. He founds the first Christian TV station in the U.S. Jerry Falwell was a Baptist pastor from Virginia, also used TV to promote his cause, founds a political action group called the Moral Majority. Gets a lot of criticism though, because he wants to break down the separation of church and state. And there's a lot of concerns with religious freedoms that come out of this religious right. So rolling around to 1980, Reagan easily wins the Republican nomination. Remember, he had tried previously but didn't get it. And Carter has had so many problems. He has hostages that have been taken in Iran. The economy is all over the place, and the things just aren't looking good for him. Edward Kennedy is part of this process. He's the younger brother of John and Robert. And so basically he's wanting this nomination. Carter also faced another opponent with John Anderson of Illinois. Anderson's proclaiming that Reagan and Carter are too conservative and basically wants to kind of run as an independent candidate. So Carter has a lot to worry about. Okay? So again, we've talked about the hostage crisis in the last section, the economy being weak, inflation. So the slogan comes out, are you better off than when you were? Right? And Americans are thinking about that. Am I better off? Basically, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Is America still respected throughout the world? So these candidates are asking questions, right? And trying to relate to the American people. Reagan, remember, he was in Hollywood before this. He knew how to play to the public, how to play to the camera. And so, you know, when he's turning to the camera and asking, hey, are you better off? People really felt like he cared, that they could relate. And so Reagan wins this election in a landslide. He won, what does it say, 50.7% of the popular vote. Carter only got 41%. Anderson got 6.6%. In the Electoral College, Reagan carried about 44 of the states. So he got 489 compared to 49 Electoral College votes, which is huge. And if you don't know what the Electoral College is, that's okay. We will talk about it in the fall in government class, I promise. Okay, there's a little map. You can see how the breakdown went. Okay, Washington, you'll notice, actually voted Republican. That's a little unusual. But things have changed since 1980. So that's where we're going to stop. Hope you guys are having a good day, and we will catch you later. Bye.